Hello again. Well, I've finally done it, and I've got myself some replacement kit for my G25. It's been a long time in the making. There's my G25. Two of them. They've got quick releases on. I've been using them for about 8-9 years now. I've never used another wheel until, well, I've not used it yet. I've not put the firmware on. Downloaded the operating system for it, all the files. But yeah, I got myself an OSW direct drive wheel and this absolutely fantastic P1 cockpit. I've been toying on whether to get it because I was just fed up with my wooden rig. If you look at my other videos, you'll see what I mean. I've had to put up with it for years, and I thought, you know, sod it. It's one outlay and you're done for good. It'll never go out of fashion. So at the moment it's in sort of testing stage because it's not even in the right position. It's supposed to go across that way. So at the moment it's a bit untidy. I've just finished putting brackets in, corner brackets. I've gone well over the top with corner brackets because I could, such as these ones on the inside all the way around the seat tray. They don't need those. They just Simulabs don't give you them, but I ordered them all round. Plus this one here, you don't get that, you just get this one. I think this is supposed to go right up to the end here, but again, went overboard with that just because I could. And excuse my finger. The same here, went overboard on the outside. You don't get these brackets, these ones here, and you don't get again the inside ones there. So yeah, I went overboard because I could, just to give it real solid, because I will be running these aura shakers, butt kickers, whatever you want to call them. And this chassis's got to be absolutely the F word. No flex. Got to have no flex in it whatsoever. And all my other cockpit wasn't really cutting it. I mean, I was getting tremendous feedback to the point where, you know, you could hear it downstairs. But I'm hoping, well, you're still going to hear it, but it'll be a lot cleaner, more tactile feeling, because this rig is going to be solid now. It's an absolutely outstanding bit of kit. It's P1 Simulabs P1 from Holland. I was speaking with Darko for quite a few weeks, emailing him, and I spoke to him on the phone, and we've come up with one or two ideas for how to mount these. Luckily I was able to get them. He actually sent me 2 plates that he'd customised, but unfortunately they didn't fit. So if you look, I've got one going through that channel and one going through the bottom channel, and it leaves these at an angle slightly, but I'm going to see how they perform, and if they rattle at all, then I'll just have to either put that one up to there and then just drill 2 holes through the actual chassis. But I don't really want to do that, to be honest. It's too new. You know, in a couple of years when I'm pissed off with it, maybe so, but I'm going to leave them. There's one there and then one on this corner here without a bolt through, so there's just one on each corner really, at an angle. But we'll see. That's the amplifier that I mounted, all nice. Extended the wires a bit so that I've got it on full travel forward on the seat. I've had the amplifier and all this for years and years, and I've been running it through Sim Vibe, and it's absolutely brilliant. It only comes on when the Sim's running. It doesn't come on at all in the background. No music goes through it. That's the amp, and there's the other butt kicker under the seat, and that really does hurt your arse when you're changing gear. If you're in a P1 car, my god, it's going to feel really good hopefully when I get it all working. I've got to configure it all, and then I've got one under the pedals as well, and that is like a real proper butt kicker. You probably can't see that because it won't focus, but yeah, I've had that one a long time as well, and all that's going to do is just give me engine vibrations. And also I've got the Husingveld Pro pedals, which are just absolutely the dog's bollocks. You get what you pay for, and these are like top end pedals. And the old circuit board down there. I thought I'll just mount it under there so you can't, so it's out of the way. Also Husingveld sequential shifter. I only just got that yesterday because I had to order it on Monday, and it came in within 3 days. I couldn't believe it. 3 or 4 days from Holland. Niels Husingveld, the company. So I thought I'd give it a go. It's only a small shifter, but it's a pretty bulky, heavy thing, you know, weight wise. But you know, compared to a lot of other shifters, it's really small. But God, it's brilliant. I can't believe how good it feels. You get 3 different handles, you get 3 different knobs, you get a small straight one, a long straight one, and the bent one, which is the one I prefer, because my original DSD Pro sequential shifter was bent, but unfortunately I knackered it trying to get it to fit down here. The bottom bolt kept hitting that, so it was coming out at an angle, and I just didn't like it, so I thought I'll take it apart, trying to be clever. Of course, knackered it up so it don't register, so I'm not very happy about that. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with that, so I'm hoping that's gonna go really well. And I've got the much sought after Martin Asher button plate with all the knitter buttons, which I absolutely love because they are the best you can buy. And these lovely hat switches, which are how many? Seven inputs per button, so there's 14 there just on the two push-ins, 2 encoders, brake bias and whatever you want, up, down, left, right, in. Then you got your knitters, top, bottom, and also these are knitters as well, the actual toggles. Really nice, and the whole thing's made out of aluminium and carbon fibre. And on that, if I can get it off for you, just excuse me a minute, let me just pause. Sorry about that. Is the much sought after also Q1R quick release. Got that from a company, Sim Racing Machines I think they're called, and that's the back of the wheel. That's the guy's signature. That's your racing, that's it. Absolutely brilliant bit of kit this. I can't wait to. I've never had such a high-end wheel of this caliber. Absolutely brilliant. And you got the magnetic shifters, top line, beautiful. They're going to feel really good. Again, you got that nice solid tactile feel, especially when it's mounted to a solid lump like this. The monitor, unfortunately, I don't use VR or 3 screens because I get motion sickness, so I've had to stick with a single screen. But I've had the monitor mount custom made. Me and Darko came up with an idea of because these chassis aren't supposed to have this kind of mount on. They're completely different. I should imagine most people who buy a P1 are going to be using VR. Well, I can't, so I'm afraid I've had to do it this way. But let's get around the front here a minute. Yeah, it's bolted to the sides, and at the moment I'm being a bit of a cable whore at the moment, so I'm trying to do it the best that I can. all the cabling. Thanks to Raging Beard for I'll be ringing you in a bit about how to set up the wheel. Yeah, sorry, the OSW direct drive wheel, because I've never used one of these, obviously. So I'm going to need to sort out how to get that going, because these things can rip your wrists, your hands off if you don't know what you're doing. That's what that's for there. So I'm going to be giving you a ring, and what's his name? Sky Juice. I know you wanted to see this video, so I hope you like it, and let me know what you think. And yeah, pedals, absolutely stunning bit of kit. That's the back of them. Like I said, it's just I'm just playing with it at the moment. That's me racing rig there. That's the front view of the butt kicker. I mean, a plate to mount the engine, the motor, 15mm thick, and it has to be, because these things weigh nearly 23 pounds in weight, ever so heavy. So again, I just can't believe it. And Raging Bear again, mate, thanks for the your video on this stuff, this Sugru mouldable glue rubber. I don't think you can see it very well, but I mean, these aren't supposed to sit like this, no way, you know, they're just designed to sit flat on a table. But I've got these satellite speaker mounts, and fabricated them onto there. And also my Derek Spears button box is the same. I've had to mould it to freshen it, to get it sturdy a bit, and it goes off and it's like real hard rubber. Fantastic. You're top man, Raging, thanks for that. These bits here, they came with the, I didn't have to order these, they came with it, and just handy to put your other bits and pieces on. But like I say, I'm testing it at the moment, and when I'm happy with it, if I want the 2.1 surround, because usually I use 5.1, but I use headphones a lot anyway at night, so no one can hear me. My missus can't hear me, so because you know, I race late at night till 2 or 3 in the morning, so you know, you don't want to be having it on full bore, and I certainly won't be having the butt kickers on full bore, that's for sure. Well, it won't even be on, because they'll probably be thumping too much, which is a shame. If I had my own garage or something, you know, somewhere where I could just go on my own and not have any problems, yeah, they'd be on all the time. But yeah, I can't wait to try them with SimVibe. I mean, I was using butt kickers years and years ago, just straight through the input of the sound card, the onboard sound, and I was getting constant noise from in-game music, and every time you clicked on a different page or something, you got that thump, and it was just rubbish. And I thought, oh, is this it? And I discovered SimVibe about 3 or 4 years ago, and I've noted everyone that's has butt kickers, I've got to use it. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, and also they sent me a plate here that goes in the slot, which the USB, the extra USB things are all bolted down onto. It's not glued or nothing. It's actually screwed from the back. I took the back off and just screwed it through, and that's absolutely solid now. It ain't going anywhere. And I just need to order a few more coil cables, because I don't want 3 meters of cable all wrapped around the whole rig. I just want, I ordered this one a couple of days ago, that came, but I forgot to order the one for this, so I've ordered that one, and I've ordered a new one for there, so that they just come round and plug in. I don't want to be having loads of cables. And these cables here, sorry, these all go into the back of the controller box, and they're the real nice ones that slot in and lock in. They're not the ones that just push in. Again, because I could. You spend that bit of extra money, you know, you expect what you get. So sorry for waving the camera around. I don't do. Jesus Christ, it's hot, and that's another reason why it's just took me so long to build, because of the bloody weather. It's mammoth here at the moment. So yeah, I just can't believe it. Absolutely stunned with it, and yeah, it's going to be absolutely awesome when I get it in back in that corner there. But I will do another video. I'm also I've also got a 1080 coming graphics card. There's a 970 in there, which is absolutely fine for 1080p. But I am going to be replacing my 27 inch with a 32 inch. I thought, well, if I'm going to have a single screen, I might as well go for, I think a 32 size was just about as much as I can get with this flimsy. Unless I start buying bigger profile and going to a lot higher. And these are only 100mm, so I need to buy a monitor that's only this sort of fitment. So I think a 32 inch monitor should do the bill. And that'll take me up to 1440p, 1400p, whatever it is, which is a lot. Is it 100 megahertz instead of 60? I don't know, 144. I don't know. And yeah, that post coming out mounts me button box, and this I can't not use a sim display, because this is the wheel that I was using for years. I'm pretty proud of this wheel because I made it myself. That one there, Formula 1 rim, and it's got the SLI sim display in, and it's absolutely brilliant. And I thought I've got to buy a wheel that's got this in, but there wasn't any decent ones out there for the kind of money I wanted to spend. You know, they were sort of 500 quid, but they were rubbish. The buttons weren't very good, just crappy made. So again, yeah, these are all knitters. I've got a video on it anyway, you know. And it's my G25, so I'm probably going to keep that on this shelf so as a memento and get rid of that one. Yeah, they're all my my RCs for my helicopters I used to fly. I love flying them. I've got an RC sim on the computer when I got downtime with driving, and I fly my helicopters, and it's ultra realistic. Love it. Sorry, getting away. This is the controller box for the OSW, and this is the amplifier for the butt kicker under the pedals. Yeah, nice bit of kit. It's a wireless one, but yeah, and that's the volume control for it. And this is the other one that I use. That's the one that I use to power the two butt kickers on the edges. And obviously the one on the back is the one under the seat. So there's a lot to do still, and a lot to configure. I've got the rear speakers already in situ here, which they've always been there. So I may well just plug them in. We'll see. I don't know, because I quite like the sound of this 2.1. I've been playing all my heavy rock music and what have you through it, and they do really sound good. Again, I've just got to be mindful of the bass, because I don't usually have that bass on, because it just rattles too much. But yeah, that's it for the time being with it. And like I said, I will be updating when it's all in position and I get all the cable in. As you can see, the way it's sitting now, that is going to be, if I just drag you this way, I'm going to be sitting like this. So all the cables, the gear shift is going to be about here, so all the cables are going to be all under here. I might even shelve all this in, I don't know. I might even shelve that, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's all going to be hidden. I'll get all them cables out of the way. But can't wait. Oh yeah, thanks to Jed in Birmingham, SRT simulation, for letting me test the wheel out about 3 weeks ago in his shop. He's got loads and loads of setup machines there, all with these wheels in. And then it's not the Sim Lab, it's his own version of whatever cockpit he uses. I can't remember the name, but I had a go on it, and I was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe the amount of power. It's got 20 Newton meters. Yeah, whereas the just to give you an idea, the G25, if I stand corrected, is only about 2 point something, and I think a Fanatec top end is only, is it 8 or 12? I mean, they're supposed to be really good, so I'm just can't believe that I'm going to be thrashing around with something like that. So yeah, it's going to be a hell of a ride from his. Jed says you're going to have a smile on your face. Let me just pause it again and I'll put this wheel back on. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Jed said he says you'll have a smile on your face when you try it, because it's just unbelievable. It's 1-to-1. There's no cogs. There's no belts. Well, you know, everyone that's got a direct drive wheel will know what I'm talking about. So can't bloody wait. Absolutely can't believe that I've finally got what I've always wanted. And yeah, it's put such a big smile on my face, and I'm just lucky that I've got a partner that's giving me the full go ahead. You know, she loves it. Says, yeah, you go ahead and get it all. So I'm really lucky in that respect. I've not had to rob any banks, but I'm telling you what, if you want one of these and you may have to, because obviously they're not cheap. But yeah, I'm just lucky in that respect. So oh yeah, and by the way, Kenny the bullshitter, told you I get me reels. These are the ones that came with it, if you remember, the carp fishing kit that I got originally last year. And these are the new babies in town, the Shimano XTD. Is that going to focus? Ultegra XTD, absolutely brilliant bit of kit. 2 of them, because I only fish with 2 reels, 2 rods. I've updated all that, Kenny, to all the proper carp rods now, and they say these reels. So when you get to see this, mate, I've got them at last. So we look forward to testing them out in the lakes. Anyway, apart from that, I will get another video out when I can be arsed, because I'm usually one a year, man. I mean, I don't do videos for subscriptions or any shit like that. I just do them because I just enjoy doing them. But I'm not looking for subscribers or nothing. I just like doing it. When people ask, can you do this and can you do that, or help, I'll do it. And yeah, just a little bit of a tip for anyone that has got one of these or is thinking about getting one of these. You want to try and put washers on these big black cap bolts that go through the steering wheel, because they're only on slots. If you look there, look, there's an opening in there, and they can bite right into the aluminium and leave quite a gouge. So, and on the steering and the side arms as well, they're only on slots. So if you don't put washers behind them, they can tend to gouge out. So, and on the sides of the pedal tray as well, put washers on, and it stops gouging the aluminium. It still leaves a little ring, but can't be helped, can it? A little ring. There you go. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Any questions, just let me know, and I'll get another one out to you again soon. Bye for now.